Hey, welcome back. You're here with me, Francois, Planet and Studio31. Tonight in the studio, we've got Fading Grey after last week's performance video, and we're going to find out a little bit more about the band. Fading Grey, welcome, and please introduce yourselves.
Nathan Reyneke, I play the drums.
Matt, I play bass.
Yeah, Nate, that was heavy, like your whole name. I'm Sam, and I'm the vocalist.
And I'm Justin Ray, I'm the guitarist.
Hey, so the people on the outside's got surnames, the others are just rock and rollers. Guys, thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure. And it's pretty much almost to the day a year back that we first had you in studio. And due to, shall we say, electronic difficulties, yeah. We weren't able to put out their live room session. But now we've got Fading Grey, the new wave. Right. Who are we going to start with? Sam, you're the vocalist.
Hi.
You don't have a surname. And
I
let's
do.
start
I do.
with you.
It's MacKintosh. Very regal. By marriage. I'm a bushel by birth.
Bushel.
Yeah.
So, Sam, you're the newest in the band. You've been with the band now for a year. And I think there's definitely a lot that you can catch us up over the last year and how you transformed into Fading Grey. Let us know a bit.
Yeah, so when Matt called me up a year ago and very sort of like vaguely said, hey, would you be in a band again? Eventually I was like, who is it? Who is it? He's like, it's us. And I was a little bit taken aback because it's very different to what I do. You know, also I hadn't done it for about 3 years because of COVID and having a child. So it was very new for me, and they brought me into a space where, very similarly to the last time Matt brought me into a band, where I had literally like a couple of weeks to write songs or like learn songs. And in this case, it was almost like more like learning covers more than anything, because the whole album had been released, and it was like very like lastminute.com that they were like, hey, we need you to be our vocalist. So we went and we did the gig. I feel it was a bit of an anticlimax because obviously the build-up for the prior 3 years was this other vocalist, and then get on stage and it's not that dude.
Yeah.
It's me, and it's not like I was like, oh, I'll be freaking amazing, but it is. It's a bit of an anticlimax when you build up one thing and you've been marketing one thing for a year, and then it becomes something else. Yeah. So, funnily enough, the last live session did a lot for me in this band and finding my way in each song. I'm actually a little bit glad that all the footage was lost. It was a bit cuck. But I got to spend some time here at Studio 31 and really work with Merrick and like find my own voice again. And from there, I really feel that like we brought a big evolution to Fading Grey, and I started bringing my screams in, and I started experimenting more because I was like, guys, where do you want to go with this? You're very rock and roll at the moment and not so much metal, where I'm like, I really place myself as more a metal vocalist. And I think it was Nate. Nate was the one I was a bit more worried about than these two, because I may have been in the metal scene with them and I didn't know like where Nate was coming from. And when Nate gave me the go-ahead and he was like, Sam, do whatever it is that you do, that like I really opened up, and you can see the evolution from what we had a year ago to what we have now.
Fantastic. You guys have also started recording some new material, of which we listened to 4 tracks last week. Go check out the video if you haven't yet. And before I forget, do the subscribe, the YouTube things, like, share, smash the bell icon, and you will get notifications of when we drop new awesome content. Yeah, do that right now. So let's go over there to Justin.
Yes. Hello.
Welcome back, man.
Good to good to be back. Words escape me sometimes, so yeah.
That's okay. It's all right. You speak fluently with your guitar.
I try to.
Yeah. I see that you still got your Tremonte.
Yep.
Yes. It's
Yeah,
beautiful sound.
that's been my #1 guitar for probably about 18 years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's great. How's it been for you over the last year writing new material? You still keeping the Fading Grey sound?
Oh yeah,
but there's a bit of evolution there.
No, definitely. But obviously with Sam coming in, and because that's the thing, you know, when you have a new vocalist, the whole sound of the band has to evolve, you know, because you get used to doing it one way. And like Sam said, it was a bit of an anticlimax from a marketing point of view, but also from a in the band point of view, because now the whole thing does change. The dynamic in the room changes, and our songwriting style has definitely changed. I think that we've been a bit more free to be experimental.
Right.
Like certain sections of songs are shorter than what you would expect, and others are longer. And one of our songs changes time signature multiple times in the song. So we need a degree in mathematics after playing that one. Lots of counting, but it's a lot of fun still. And I still enjoy it every single day. So yeah.
That's great, man. Thank you so very much. Matt, let's get to the rhythm section. Right. Hey guys, welcome back.
Hey, France, long time.
It's been a minute, literally. How's it been here at Studio 31 for you, recording and getting to know the live room a little bit better?
I think the best thing about the studio is not all the gear, not everything that's in this room, is actually how the gents approach it. They make us feel like we're at home, which makes it so much easier. Recording can be stressful. The spotlight's on each person to get it right, but they make you feel so comfortable. It's amazing. Merrick and Ruan.
I have never laughed so hard in a recording session as I laughed working with Merrick at this past recording. Like, we were in stitches literally for like 4 hours. It was great.
So yeah, the guys are amazing. They're so accommodating. They make us feel like we're at home, and it's so cool to cap off the recording process by doing this live room session, because we've each gone in and done our part and like really put our heads down and sweated at it to come this like. I don't think most bands get to do that where they record. Normally you go off, cool, the tracks are done, you go back to your normal routine of practicing. We got to cap it off by actually jamming it live in the studio, which is thanks to you for organizing this.
Thanks to them
amazing.
in the studio. Studio 31, give them there's a
You
link in the
guys
description
the
below.
best.
Get in touch with the studio. If you've got any recording, rehearsal space issues, they'll sort you out. Nate?
Yeah.
I am so happy to see that it's not a Samson and Delilah situation. Your hair is gone. What happened to the dreads, man? And I'm so happy you're still able to play.
No, it just got a little bit out of hand with the heat. I had dreadlocks for 6 or so months, and I just didn't have it in me. Got home one day, middle of summer, and just took a pair of scissors to them. I just couldn't handle it anymore.
I'm still getting used to not seeing him with
Right,
without
even
it.
me. I got to the studio today, and I saw the rest of the band. And I was like, "Where's Nate?" It's like, "Oh, wait, he cut his hair."
Yeah, I cut mine off, and Sam put them on her head.
Yeah, I see this. Guys, so there's a lot of growth that's been happening within Fading Grey. I mean, you guys are very marketable, and you do market yourself very well. I mean, if we look in the back of the studio, then we'll see banners and cool things. Other than the marketing and the social links in the description below, with Fading Grey stepping into a new kind of chapter, right? Tell us a little bit more about the 4 new tracks that the ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs heard and saw last week, and take us through that journey a little bit.
Okay, well, I think it really just came from a place that we were done sort of like working through what we had booked. We were like, cool, let's write some new stuff. And I think there was some sort of unprocessed feelings and stuff that happened that really helped kind of like guide like a lot of anger out of the band and actually start to focus on different stuff. So, for example, like Skins is a bit of a speak to like passive aggression and just being like cuck. Actually, and that was the very first one. We were processing a lot of like what we had come out of and having to like write our own stuff. And I mean, this I speak for myself when I say where I go with them. And as we start sort of going, Moving Parts became more of an anthem of like, you're in control of your own life. You don't have to be like this. And then it started working towards like my own personal like little input. So Lunatic is a very, very personal story to me about like relationships gone wrong and gone sour a bit, like, you know. So that's a little bit of my soul in there. And then Homecoming, we came up with this unified by metal idea.
Yes.
And we were writing track 4 anyway, and we were like, why don't we tie it in with this whole idea? So it's been really interesting. It was finished on the day that we recorded it. Like I literally finished the lyrics this morning. So there's a few mumbles, but it's really it's a song of unity and rising up, and it's been really cool to come from a position of like writing something almost like for the people. You know, like from that point of view, not like my own like personal. So yeah, a big evolution in how we write together. I was a big part of a lot of the songwriting, which was nice as well. that I could say, hey guys, play that there. Okay, no break there. No, do this. So and I think that changed how they all work together as well. Yeah.
Right.
Just to comment on that, exactly. In the past, it would be the music coming together. So Nathan, Matt, and myself would come up with the riffs and the music, and we'd organize it, and then the other singer would go away and do stuff on his own, which wasn't collaborative, if you know what I mean. At least
Right.
with Sam, she's got her notepad in the room, and as an idea pops in her head, it either comes straight out the mouth or on a page, which is awesome. And that's what you really want in a band, is that everyone is collaborating together, not working in isolation somewhere.
I think I irritate them a little bit. I'm like, no, do that.
That's why we do it.
But that's why you're in the band. And it worked out quite well.
Yeah.
Now, you spoke of, Sam, you spoke of Unified by Metal. Matt, you want to tell us a little bit more about that, the conceptualization of the hashtag Unified by Metal?
So I think when we entered the Wacken battle, and even just to be accepted was awesome, there was a lot of hate that we just saw in the scene. We'll always mention that the three of us were in the scene long ago. We don't want to say the good old days, but we were back then. There's changes.
Old already.
Old.
Fading gray.
Giving away our age.
Yeah, fading grey.
Now I know what the name is all about.
So we come from an era of there wasn't social media back then, and now we see it, and not like we don't understand it, but it's very new seeing hate, like directed to guys who, across the board, who are trying hard in bands and putting in their blood, sweat, and tears in it. And we saw a lot of hate from a lot of keyboard warriors. So we thought, screw it. Let's try bring everybody together. There's so many different genres in that. We did call it an umbrella of metal, but just bring back a little bit of life to it. Let's trying to work together.
Unity.
Yeah.
Community.
And that's when it came about. We came up with the idea, and we thought, what a good way as well is whoever wins the battle, they need to fund themselves to get there. Let's see if we can help them a little bit as well. So, that's the whole point of let's make some sales. Let's donate some of the portions of the proceeds to the band, and let's get them there. That's why our whole thing is taking Africa to Wacken.
Yeah.
If we give them $500, it's $500 they didn't have.
It's
Yeah.
$500 less to accumulate.
But that's just it, and that's also why, and it speaks to something that Nate actually wrote this line in Homecoming, is that as the fans, they're the lifeblood, they're the reason we do this, and without them we can't go to war. So we've done it in a sense that yes, we want to donate, but it sits on the fans. Buy some merch, get involved, help us help them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think even before Wacken, though, this sense of community has always been important to us as a band. Yes, because we were able to look back on the scene that we knew and the scene we were coming back into, and the love that we shared for each person and the people we saw in the crowds on gig nights. And none of it's really possible without those people showing up and listening to our music, and we love them for it. And this is our way of just telling them that.
That's beautiful, man. And again, it comes back to that community and standing together. Hashtag, and remember this, hashtag Unified by Metal. And I don't think it's something that's just for the Wacken or Wacken or Wacken or whatever you pronounce it. For that, is it something that's going to continue into the future for other projects, perhaps?
I think obviously we should look at doing it in the future, because there's always going to be something to support. Whether it's charities on various descriptions or battles of the bands like this. I think, just to do it as a once-off would almost defeat the purpose of what we're doing anyway. So I think it is going to be a ongoing thing, maybe a once-a-year thing to start off with. But yeah, we'll still discover what we're going to do.
I think it's more of we've come across this in our setup, but I think it's more an essence of who we are as a band. More than anything else. That's even before I joined the band, it was kind of like their tagline is they want to bring it back or whatever, but it's a case of bringing the scene together. The scene.
The community.
The community, yeah. But I think, essence of who we are as Fading Grey, like that fifth member Fading Grey, that's what the message we want to get out there
Right.
is.
Yeah. Fantastic. Now, 4 brand new tracks from Fading Grey. What's in the pipeline post releasing these 4 tracks?
More tracks.
Tell us about what's your timeline. Have you got other tracks ready to track or to record? And what is the timeline?
So we're very focused at the moment with getting these tracks out, and we're very focused on the battle that's happening in that. We're still playing shows as well at the same point, but I think this will, like, we can ride this wave for a bit, but we never really stop riding.
Yeah.
So we're focusing hard on it, and then once we're comfortable live on stage with these, we will start just pushing out more. So I'd be lying if I said we had an exact timeline, but we're on track with what we've been doing at the moment. Like that everything's going according to plan there, and there will be more tracks, I'm sure, before the end of the year as well.
Yeah, I think a big thing for us as well is actually just gigging and getting in front of people and doing stuff like this, like making what Fading Grey is now known, so that we can actually start growing that as like its own little
And
like.
building that community.
Yeah.
And building that community.
Yeah. So yeah, that's we're just going to keep writing and keep gigging, and I think this is what. And in my mind, again, I can't speak for the rest of them, but in my mind, because of where we're at in the year, like this EP is and these singles are the launch that we're doing for this year, and then as we roll in and write more songs, so we'll look at like another EP or a full album. A music video might be nice.
Really
So
cool.
yeah, who knows? The world is our oyster.
This is correct, yeah. So your rollout strategy for these 4 tracks is going to be a once-off EP release, or are you doing? You've already released Skins, your first one of the EP. Will you be releasing the singles for the other 3 also?
Yeah, I think we like to do it that we don't just drop them all in one go. It's just how we prefer to do it. Drop one for a little while, let the listener get used to it, then drop the next one,
Yeah, enough time to digest the track. Myself, I get inundated with new music from all over the world, and sometimes you need that time to digest the track before listening to the next 13 singles in a row.
Yeah, and I think that's a big thing as well with the way that music is consumed nowadays, is that it's not like, unfortunately, it's not like it used to be where you get this physical package and the CD and you sit down and you listen to the whole album. It's very like, so like I feel the way to get ourselves out there and to like keeping on is to just do it as singles, as a rollout over the next couple of months, yeah.
All right, fantastic. Where can people find you, other than in the links, like they're in the description below? Like there might be a card up there.
They might.
there. And at the end of the
Done there.
video, there'll be 2 things like there and a round one in the middle, right? You'll see some links to other videos there too. But how's about you tell our viewers?
So actually, the one we haven't punted the most is we have a website.
We have a website.
fadinggrey.co.za. That's where the shop is as well for Unified by Metal. But if you go on there, it takes you to all of our links. But we've got the Facebook, the Instagram. We even have TikTok that we are still learning how to use.
Because we're
Even me,
bullies.
I haven't got the TikTok yet, but
The
I've started
TikTok.
making shorter videos for goldfish people.
And
I love how we're calling it the TikTok. We're like we're like the boomers when Facebook came out, going the Facebook.
The Facebook. In all fairness, it was the
It
Facebook.
was the Facebook.
It was.
and
The Google now.
then all our music is going to be on all the major streaming platforms. Spotify, Apple, all the good things. So yeah.
All right, fantastic. Like I said, links in the description below. And everything to do with Unified by Metal will also be on fadinggrey.co.za. And yeah, support, man, wherever you can. It's for a great cause. It's helping people that might not otherwise be able to afford their 70,000 rand plane tickets to
That's a big number.
And this is just a great way of supporting them more and putting our continent back on the stages at Wacken. But guys, starting with Nate, anyone that you would like to give a shout out to and say goodbye to and hello mom and the things, go for it.
I was
man.
just
Take
going to
your
say,
time.
I have to say how's it to my mum. And my beautiful wife, she's the most loving and supportive person I know. And being in a band, especially a small band, everything that we put in financially comes from us.
Yeah.
We're expecting our first child at the moment, so that's
Right.
that's awesome. But she's just so supportive, and whenever something does need to be be put in, or I need to be away for a weekend or at a show, she's always the first one to say, go chase your dreams. So thanks, my love.
I think I just want to say it on, like, for all of us, we have very supportive partners. We call them the WAGs, and we're all very close. We always, whenever we have bras, we have everybody's there, little kids are running around, wives are there, husbands there, and I think we're very lucky that we've got a very supportive outer circle. And it wouldn't be possible. I mean, I must thank my wife as well. She is so supportive and probably so sick of this band as well, because so I open up a lot, and she's very she's a very intelligent lady who sits there, and if I ever have an issue or we're unsure about something, she's my sounding board that goes to me, and she helps so much with. She's the only one running around at the moment with a Unified by Metal shirt, because it was the first time when we did, and funny how it went to her. But she's, yeah, I don't think I'd be sane without her. So yeah, thank you, love.
Great.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay. Yes, all the people that support me. There's my folks that are always like, they're the reason I do what I do. If it wasn't for them and they didn't give me the opportunity to be on stage when I was a youngin', I wouldn't be doing this. And then also, yeah, my hubby, he is huge and integral in this. If I didn't have him, I wouldn't be able to go and do gigs. He's amazing to our little toddler, and he's also the first one when I'm like, hey, we got a gig. He's like, okay, we're gonna have to find a way to make it work. And yeah, other than that, yeah, the people out there that continue to, and I'm going to put this out there, like, as a lady in the metal scene, it's really, really difficult, and I'm seeing more ladies come up, and we are just being so supportive and empowering of each other. Ladies, just keep doing it, okay? We belong here. Fuck the haters. So yes, to all the ladies that keep like egging each other on, and when we have videos and photos, and yeah, just the metal community of ladies, just keep on supporting. I love you guys.
Yeah, no, I think I'm also going to say the same as you guys. Like, our families are super important to all of us, be it our folks, be it our wives and spouses and our little kids. I love my little son to bits. As I was leaving this morning to come here, just out of the blue, he goes, "Daddy, I love you." And I was like, "Oh, I'll take
That's too
like,
precious.
just had to keep it together. But geez, man, like, I can't think of a better support structure that we have. And I have to also just say thank you to my band, or our band, because it is ours. Aww. And yeah, because there are times where it's tough for one of us or all of us, and we all pull each other together. You know, sometimes I need a little bit of pulling myself towards myself. But the fact that we are all supportive of what we do in our own lives and out in the community, can't ask for more.
Fantastic.
And then I just want to do one last shout out. There's a few people I want to mention, companies and individuals that have really helped us. Yeah. Our collaborators with Unified by Metal. Each and every single one of these people, we sat with them and pitched the idea to them, and nobody even had to think about it. Everybody was straight in, they backed us. And the funny thing is, all we just sort of asked is that they could promote it. And then they all said, what else can we do? And we were like, well, we'll let you know. But it was just to get over that first hurdle. So I want to thank Dwayne from Black Rose Tattoos. He also did the artwork for Skins. And
we'll be doing all the artwork for the other EP.
Yeah. And then Leanne from Little Shop Strange. Also fantastic. She's helping sponsor some of the stuff with that. Then we've also got Kif Models. They've been doing a lot of marketing for us, so it's really cool. Thanks, ladies. It's been amazing. And then obviously the guys here at Studio31, Merrick and Ruan, they're amazing. They were behind us straight away. And then lastly, you, France. So France, actually, and the last one was, but I don't like to say it, is Matty's, because that's my company.
And I'm going to do my own little shout out to Burglar's Dog. Thank you for being in the video with us.
You will find out more about that at a later stage, but you can find all the links down below right? Go support wherever you can. If you want a tattoo, go check out Black Rose Tattoos. If you want some really cool, strange things here in Johannesburg, you've got Little Shop of Strange. You've got Kif models for all your functions. And if you need me to come talk some random things at your event, let me know. I'm always keen to do these kind of things. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good night to the band. Thank you so much for your time and spending it here with us at Studio 31. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, keep it heavy. And remember, let metal shape you.